Hi everyone.
Hi.
It's Maxine English coming from Unlocking the Fearless You, and today we've come a little bit of a different time, and the reason being because me and Dave Wilkes, we had a party last night and we had good fun. A little bit hungover, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, so basically we're going to Marissa's thing tonight. Marissa was the celebrity that I had in last week, and we're going to a concert, aren't we?
Yeah, later on.
Yep.
Very excited about that as well.
And Dave's going to be standing on stage.
Yes.
He's going to be doing his poems. So we'll talk a little bit about that as well. Hi Robert. It's nice to see you. Yes, we are both in the same room. Ta-da! He's David's been here since yesterday, and we had a bit of a party going on. So he come over, he stayed, and we thought, well, we'll do it at the same place. So it makes it all good. Hi Adam, nice to see you, my lovely. It's nice to see you here. I hope you're feeling a little bit better now, and it's all good. So, as you well know, on Sunday, Unlocking the Fearless You is with Celebrity Corner. And here I am with Mr. Wilkes, celebrity.
How you doing, everybody? How you doing?
So we're going to go through a few things with Dave. We're going to go through how he got into poetry, what he did as a youngster. And we're just going to see, the kind of celebrities that he's also dealt with as well, and what he's going to be doing. So let's get started. So this is your life, Dave.
How is it?
It's your life.
Oh, okay, then I'm ready for that.
Let's start on your experiences as a young child, because I know with your parents, everything was really good as a child, but they gave you, some things that old ways of working with things, which is love and respect.
Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world. Dave Wilkes here from Just Divine Poem Services. And as you just opened up, Maxine, you're dead right. The key for me in the early days of life, which I'm very grateful for, and I was very fortunate that there was a lot of love in the house. There's a lot of respect also in my household. We talked, we sat down around the table, we had the table where I had to lay the table. It was, 'cause there's myself and my brother. It was 1 week on, 1 week off, and that was just like laying the table, laying the knives and forks for myself, my brother, my mum and dad. Getting the glass of water for everyone. That table was just a powerful centerpiece of the home.
And do you find now that when you go around to different people, when you speak to so many, that you don't really have that as much anymore than what you used to have?
No. Unfortunately, that kind of upbringing, that kind of arena where people are just going to sit down and talk about the day, I'm not quite sure that it's happening as a major percentage as it was back in the day. There's a lot more pizza boxes on your lap. A
lot more mobile phones.
Yeah, the mobile phones and everything. And do you know what? I'm not saying it's every home, but I speak to a lot of youngsters and say, how many times you lay the table in a week? Big man, what are you talking about? Where you get the tablecloth out and the knives and forks and the. You know what you're on about. Yeah,
exactly. So it's very much that the love and respect that you had in as a youngster, and I suppose that you've brought that a lot into your adulthood, because it's very much that we've got to know each other and we chat quite often on the phone and stuff like that, and it's very much that you're very appreciative when people talk to you, when people give you your time, and you don't get a lot of people like that, and it's nice to receive that as well as give it.
Yeah.
And it's very much everything comes, like I've said to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's very much things that come to your core. It's very much that, as you're from a child, that's what you become. And because you've got a love and respect and courage from a child, you've brought that into what you do now. It is, isn't it? And it's and I remember you were speaking about your Uncle Errol, and you were saying about, because he was an entrepreneur and he did 2 businesses. Explain to the audience exactly what he did.
Yeah, well, Uncle Errol, for me, along with my mum and dad, who are key people in my growing up. Uncle Errol, he was just a man. He said it's like, because I'm 47 right now, born 1971. So Uncle Errol comes to pick me up on a Friday after school.
Yeah.
1979, 1980. There's a massive Jaguar outside. You know what I mean? The whole street, it's like the whole street's coming, just surrounding the car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This car was some top bit of material. And he used to pick me up on a Friday.
Yeah.
And what I experienced Friday to Sunday evening, being around Uncle Errol, I salute you, because he was a great entrepreneur, and just seeing his ethics in the business world was amazing. Like I said, I was probably about 8 or 9, and he just showed me his weekend in the business world. He involved me. I think one of the first things he gave me a little job to do.
Yeah.
Was selling like cassette tapes. You know, these cassette tapes would be like Michael Jackson Gold, you know, Bob Marley Legend. You know, he had about 80 different artists. Do
you remember? I mean, if you look at kids nowadays, if you turn around and said to them, there's a cassette tape, there's a pencil, they wouldn't know what to do with it. Now, you guys must remember what you used to do with a pencil and a cassette tape.
Yeah. Wind it up, mate. Wind it
up. Exactly.
So, yeah, he said to me, I want you, if you want to, you know what I mean? Because 9 times out of 10 in life, we do have choices. So he said, okay, then, I've got a list of all the artists on the tapes that I can get. I just want you to just collect orders, whether it's family or friends. I said, okay, then no problem.
Yeah.
So in the week, after school, during school sometimes, I'll just go and get orders, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From family and friends in my street and stuff. So towards the end of the week, Uncle Errol was saying, how are you getting on with those orders? I got 25, I got 30 orders. He's like, what? You're only 8 or 9, you know what I mean? And you got that many orders? Yeah. And I got deposits as well. You know, I was just watching what he did as a professional, and I was doing the same.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's actually working for me, using the same sort of ethics in my business now. And for the children that see me, like my daughter, and my son Liam, you know, they know that we have to graft if we want something back. We're not into those microwave 3-minute and ping situations in business, you know what I mean? That, oh, let's do something quick, bam, you know, because as big or as quick as you build something that hasn't got no great foundation, when the wind comes, when the storm comes, you can blow that what you built, so you can be destroyed. So I'm glad that I'm doing it the tough way.
What other ways did you? Sorry, I'm just going to plug myself in. So keep talking.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm all about strong foundation in relationships, strong foundation in the business arena. Let's build that foundation, and that's what it's all about. So seeing it from some good teachers has actually helped me for who I am today.
Brilliant. That's absolutely fantastic. So we run Uncle Errol. He did obviously the cassette tapes, the back in the day tapes.
Yeah.
And he also had another business, didn't he? Which you did with the pine shop.
Yeah. So that was another memory from, you know, back in the day. Because I'm 47 now. Yeah. So when I was like coming up to 12, 15, you know, the reason why I mentioned about my age, that kind of training there, seeing, hearing, hands-on, you can't get those great kind of teaching nowadays, I don't think, because it was hardcore passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was blood, sweat and tears.
Yeah.
it was rain or shine. You know, I've worked with people saying, oh, you know what? There's a bit of a storm outside last night, and there was like a bit of a flood on the drive, so I couldn't come to work.
Yeah.
You know what? People like my mom and my dad, listen, it could be like 4 foot of snow. They're going to work, and they're gonna earn their graft and come back and bring back the bacon. You know, so for me, I've been out there selling at times in rain and just plowing those footpaths, and just having a focus. I'm not going home until I've achieved my 5 sales for whatever company it is at the time. You know what I mean? Rain or shine.
And I was actually the same with my son. I mean, my son is he comes with me when it comes down to Party Crown Direct.
Okay.
And it's very much that even though I had the shop, it was what I used to do is anytime I did the events, because I'd be carrying like big massive boxes and lifting them all up. And it was very much that I was like, get involved. And it was like, oh mum, really, do I have to?
Yeah.
And the thing is, when you get your children involved in your business, and not only do they see how hard you work, they realise because they get a part of it, they become a part of it. It's not they just see how hard you work, they also feel a part of how hard you work.
Yeah.
And then what they do is, you know, they get involved, and it starts from a very young age, exactly what you did.
Yeah.
You know, and it's very much that, you know, he was like, oh mum, I really don't want to do it, or I'm too cold, or my body hurts. and it's always an excuse not to do something. However, he did it, and every single weekend for like 2 years, that's all he did. And it wasn't until, I'd probably say around about 2 months ago, he was applying for a job.
Okay.
Because he's 16 now, right? And he's been doing it since he was like 13 and a half. And he's also got a paper round as well. So he was doing the paper round and working with me at the weekends and any other time during the holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was very much that I said to him, I said, like, you know, you've got to fill this form out for the job. And they were asking what kind of work experience he had.
Right, okay.
And you know, when it just clicks in, you know, it's very much that, yeah, I've actually done this with you, mum. And by doing that and bring your kids in, I mean, I have so many people that I know that say, I do everything for my children. Now, my children, both of my children, my 12-year-old and also my 60-year-old, are very independent. You know, they know how to wash, they know how to clean, they know how to cook dinners, they know how to, you know, do the dishwasher, they know how to work and how things should be. And I've done that personally because I know that it will help them at a later date.
Cool. It's a brilliant discipline, you know, and I'm glad that you've done that because with my children, they've seen me have a business and just really be involved. I mean, I remember, and we'll talk about it later on, I had a limousine company. Yeah. And my daughter was probably about 6 or 7, and she knew that when we're going to clean the car on a Sunday after, you know, the car's been out on a Saturday evening, stuff like that, her job was to get the glasses out of the limo and take them into the kitchen and, you know, put them on the side, and then I'm going to be washing up. She looked after the glasses and she loved it. You know what I mean?
It's making them accountable, isn't it? It's making them accountable for their own time, their own getting stuff done. You know, it's very much that, you know, my children, I get them to make me a cup of tea.
Come on now.
You know, and that's how it should be. I mean, I don't know if any use the different or the same. You know, it's giving them independence at knowing that I know for a fact that when my son leaves college and he moves out, that he'll know how to cook for himself, he'll know how to wash himself, he'll know how to do all his clothes. He would need to want for nothing. Yeah. And on the other side of it, and I'm not obviously being grim, I'm just being honest, if anything happened to me in any situation, I know that my children will be able to do without me. I know that, you know, they'll be okay. And that's the thing. I mean, you've got Adam here has put, Adam said, if you've had a negative past, it's up to you to think of how to change that to bring your own kids up differently. That's what I need to do. It's exactly that, Adam. You know, you agree. Yeah. I mean, I treat my children like little adults. Some people say it's a good thing. Some people say it's a bad thing. I mean, what do you think? Everyone's different.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing. You know, I spoke to my children from an early age. I know that you got to do the Google Gaga now and again, but you can't be saying Google Gaga to your child and they're like 8 or 9. You know what I mean? You've got to talk some adult talk.
Get some man stuff in.
Yeah, get some man stuff in from a very early age. But just plowing in the manners, the respect, keep talking manners, keep talking of respect, especially in the home. Because you see, that building there, in my opinion, that building there is the most important building in the world to an individual.
Yeah.
The home. Wow.
Yeah.
You know, forget Wembley. You know what I mean? Forget Niagara Falls. Listen, the home from an early age, that's where it's at. You know what I mean? The childhood. You know what I mean? If you can, if you can live with your family in a powerful home. I know it's not easy all the time, but that's where it all starts. To see how the person's going to end up around about 20, 25, it all stems from the home. And if we can talk and show a little bit of unity in the home, wow, we're moving forward to greatness in the future.
Exactly, and it makes a good base for them, a good foundation.
Brilliant foundation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to go a little bit further forward now.
All
I mean,
right.
obviously you did quite a lot when it comes down to your uncle Errol with your entrepreneurship, and he showed you how to do work, and he showed you, you know, sales and with his companies and stuff like that. And obviously, as you said, it's a foundation thing. Now at school, you didn't do so well.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was the fact is that it wasn't things that you enjoyed doing. And you did find a love of something, or something that you was really good at.
Yeah.
Which was
running. I was a really fast runner. You know what I mean? Run, fellas, run. Yeah. Yeah. You know, in my family, education was very important, or education is very important. And if there's any children watching this, go to school Monday to Friday. So yeah, I was going to school, but I messed about.
Yeah.
And this is like an honest place to speak. You know what I mean? I messed about for the majority of my school, especially senior school. You know, wherever I could make the class laugh, you know, I'm gonna do that. That's my job, to do that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah, maths, English, history, biology. I wasn't really interested, to be honest.
Yeah. See, it's quite strange because I had exactly the same thing as when I was in senior school. I was the class joker, and it was very much that I just wasn't interested in certain things.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was to do with my confidence, and a lot of that was to do with how much I was put down by pupils and about my teachers.
Yeah.
You know, it was very much, I was like, I just didn't want to be there.
Right.
But it's like, even though I left I left school with 1 GCSE in art,
yeah,
because art was the only thing that I was interested in.
That's right. And
so I can relate to what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, and when you actually get, you know, people that turn and say you're not good enough, you're not going to make nothing of yourself.
Yeah. That's
all it's going to be is you talk too much.
Yeah.
And here I am talking.
For real. That's right. We turn negativity into a positive. Yeah. And for me, I was told a million times, Dave Wilkes, you'll never be nothing. Carry on doing what you're doing. You'll never be nothing. And that kind of stuck with me. You know what I mean? It didn't turn me crazy that I can't live my life because I remembered that kind of stuff back in the day. You know, I remember it, and it strengthened me. You know what I mean? Because I love it when people say, you can't do that.
It's like, I'm going to show you I can.
Of course.
High five for that, Dave.
Yeah. And sweet as the victory when you actually get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, for school, when my parents went to parents' evening, there wasn't much to say about the subjects, but they said, he can run. He can definitely run. So when my parents came back, you know what I mean, from parents' evening, because we had that time where it was just them, and the teacher. I think there's a couple of times where it was just them and the teacher. And my dad says, "Yeah, big man, what's going on? What are you on about?" We was in there for about 2 minutes, and they said, "Your son, absolutely amazing at running."
Well, you're gonna something. I was gonna. You're gonna run in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. So as we kind of move on to that, I remember say like the last 9 to 10 months.
Yeah.
I said, Dave Wilkes, you need to switch on now. And it's never too late. In life, it's never too late to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And I always flick back to never too late to do anything. Kentucky.
Yeah.
Did he create his empire at about 65?
Something like that.
70 years old.
Yeah.
So I do keep those things in mind, but I'm not going to leave it that late. However,
got a few years yet.
Yeah. So I was just thinking to myself, I need to switch on now. I need to switch on. Teachers keep telling you about the big world out there.
Yeah.
So I just started preparing my mind. And I finished the race pretty strong, as it were.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as soon as I left school, I got a job within 2 weeks.
Okay. So you left school.
Yeah.
And the thing you do now, I'm going to show you guys. Just Divine.
Wow.
Now, see, right next to Dave there. Just Divine. Now, Just Divine this is Dave's poetry. And he's been writing poems for a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for someone that didn't like school, someone that didn't like English, didn't like math, didn't like anything like that, why did you go into poetry?
Well, when it came to Shakespeare at school and stuff like that,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, right, class, Shakespeare, like, him again. And I always remember that I had no interest in poetry whatsoever. You know, I struggled through that part. And obviously I've always had this gift. Everybody's got a gift inside them. Everybody's got a gift inside them. So obviously I've had this gift inside me,
yeah,
but I never knew. And nobody highlighted that I can be quite lyrical.
Would never have guessed.
I'm quite one, you know. So, you know, when it came, this is a story about why poetry. I've always been lyrical. Always found that I could rhyme, you know, and in a greetings card on the left-hand side, 9 times out of 10, it's blank.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's your birthday, I'm going to use that left-hand side and do some rhyming.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you laugh or inspire you in your greeting card.
Should have got me poem.
Right.
I'll have to go get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would just think of the person, the good friend or whatever, and then I'll just go to town on the left-hand side, writing something inspirational. Mm-hmm. Father's Day, Mother's Day, anniversaries, whatever the occasion. And then for years and years, my dad was getting, obviously, his Father's Day card. And it was just that one magical moment when my dad said to me, these beautiful words that you keep coming up with, why don't you put one in a frame? Hey! Went down to Poundland. No, I don't think Poundland's around there. So I got an A4 frame.
Yeah.
Wrote a poem and put it in the frame.
Mm-hmm.
And I sold it. And the person, and I think it was my cousin, I just did like an inspirational poem. He bought it for £10. He said, no, Dave, have it. I said, no. Then, all right then. Then I bought a couple more and it just snowballed. Now, what my dad did there, he told me about my gift. He told me about what could be a dream. So that person, to me, is called a dream catcher. Yeah. He caught my dream. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's what I want to do in the schools, in colleges, ladies' events, men's events. Try and get you to capture your dream. Pick up on your gift. We've all got something. And do you know what? Before you go to bed, if you haven't caught your dream or if you haven't caught your gift, as of today, please go into your mind and pull out what you're great at. There's something in there. And when you find it, or if you already know what it is, let's take it to another level. High five. Let's take the gift that we've been blessed with to a new level.
Fabulous.
So I'm now on my 800th poem. So what I do as a service, I write personalized poems for absolutely any occasion. I write personalized poems for absolutely anybody, anything, your goldfish, your budgie, your Ford Capri. You just tell me, you just tell me 6 or 7 special points about absolutely anything, and then you leave the rest to me. Yeah, try me.
Just so you know, Dave's doing one for my mum for Christmas.
That's right.
So for something like that, it's very much that, you've got Christmas coming up. You're not sure what kind of gift you want to give, and rather just giving a gift for something that they might like, or it's something that they thought, oh, we'll do that because I've got nothing better to have. To actually having something personal that you've put your heart and soul into, and you've actually given you 6 or 7 points.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very easy. It was literally, we had a phone call. You could do it over text or whatever you wanted. And I had a phone call and I just told you a little bit about my mum.
Yeah.
You took them points down, and it was very much that, he's making beautiful poems out of it. And something like that, it is literally a one-off, and it's something that you're never going to get again. And for something like that, it's just so beautiful. Now, talking about beautiful, right? Dave done something amazing for me yesterday, and I'm going to get him to go and get it. Okay, because I've left it downstairs. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick recap. I'm going to get Dave to go and get it.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, no matter what time of the day it is, it's hello to you all. Now, Dave come and see me yesterday. It's been my birthday, my 40th birthday. As you saw the balloons behind me a couple of weeks ago, and we've been celebrating, and it's 40th. At the end of the day, it's got to be more than one day. So yeah, it's very much that Dave and a few friends come over yesterday. And we've been talking and having a party and just generally chit chatting and getting to know each other more on a level face to face, rather than just on the phone or anything like that. And it's good to network, and it's good to get to know people. And by doing that, I've got to know Dave a little bit better, and it's absolutely amazing because there's a lot of people that Dave know, and there's that I would like to get to know, and vice versa. Now with that, we've asked Dave to come and start broadcasting. So, we're going to get Dave on board for like 4 weeks to see how you get on and see how he enjoys his poems. We're going to get him to do his poems and get him to talk to you about different things, whether it's about mindset or focus or whatever he decides to talk about, with you. It's another broadcast that's on that can give you more content and to help you out. So this is another reason why I wanted to bring Dave with me today, and obviously doing it a little bit of a different time because, it's introducing you to Dave as well. And, so I'm going to pass you over to Dave because this is the poem that he sent me yesterday for my birthday, and he's absolutely amazing. So over to you.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, like I said, my name is Dave Wilkes from Just Divine Poems, and I just went into my mind and I thought I just want to highlight 6 or 7, not 67. 6 or 7
long poem. 6
or 7 special points that I feel from my heart about Maxine, and this is what I produced. You can see it there, bit of bling.
Yeah.
So yeah, I titled it "Amazing to the Max," and this is what was in my heart about Maxine. This personalized poem comes from deep within my heart, and to wish you a happy 40th birthday is where I'd like to start. Honestly, you're amazing to the max, and I'm loving your long-term plans of attacks. You're so beautiful, kind and loving, the whole world can see. And Max, I want to say a massive thank you for supporting me. Your paths and roads ahead, I know they're blessed. And when it comes to powerful personalities, you're up there with the best. Go forward and continue blowing people's minds, because Max, honestly, you're one of a kind.
How beautiful is that?
You're blessed everywhere where you're going. And this was created by Dave Wilkes of Just Divine Poems. Thank you.
Woo-woo! How amazing was that? See, and he wrote this for me yesterday. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome. No problem. You see, it's just for me, it's a gift of value. The recipients, they won't forget certain poems that I've created, or they shouldn't forget at all. They shouldn't forget that, hold on a sec, whoever's got this present for me, they've taken some time to think of a gift that's got value. Instead of just running down the road, going to Asda, oh, I'll just get that, you know what I mean? Box of chocolates. How long's a box of chocolates gonna last? You know what I mean? Because they're in my house, 2 hours,
if you're lucky,
maximum. You know what I mean? So I'm just talking about nowadays, people are very special to us. And if they're special, let's give them something special. A personalized poem by Dave Wilkes of Just Divine Poems that will last forever. Any occasion. And hold on, and just one moment where I've just remembered, it doesn't have to be for an occasion to tell somebody that they're great. It doesn't have to be for a special occasion to tell somebody, do you know what? I appreciate you. Thank you for having my back. You know, if their birthday's in June, it's a bit of a long time to wait to tell them that they're great. Well, that was a bit of a...
It wasn't right. Yeah, you've done all right there.
So no, I really want to provide this service for you. If you've got somebody that you love, if you've got a special loved one, if you just want to brighten up somebody's day, because although I've done like the 500 pieces, I've also wrote 300 pieces, just inspirational, motivational, and they're for children and for adults. So I write them for the children just to keep them going, keep them focused. You can have it in the bedroom, in a frame. We frame it all and everything. If there's people around the world, we'll write a beautiful poem and then you can email it to them if they're in Japan, Chicago, wherever. And that's the beautiful service that we provide.
So how amazing is that, guys? So at the end of the day, you know, is, as Dave was saying, you buy a box of chocolates, you buy some flowers, they last a couple of hours if you're lucky. Yeah. And it's very much for something like that I now can keep, and I look at that, you know, I can look at that every day and feel that special moment, feel that happiness, feel that. Okay, we're back again. I don't know what happened now. We sort of disappeared on that one.
We're back.
We're back. Yeah, that's all good. It's all good. So, you know, and what I was just saying is the fact is that for something like that, it's something now that I can keep and something I'll always think of, and even remind myself that I'm 40.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave.
Nice reminder. Okay.
Yeah. So you know, and it's for something like that, it's just so amazing. And this is the reason why I wanted to bring Dave on today, because, you know, it's not just about, you know, telling people you love them. You know, sometimes it takes action. Sometimes you have to show people how much you love them, you know, and that could be in many, many different ways. And this was just one of them. I mean, I talk to you about taking action all the time. So this was another action, just in a slightly different way. So we're going to talk a little bit something about your poems, but something slightly different. I mean, You've been talking and meeting up and introducing yourself to celebrities since you was 9 years old.
Yes.
So what was your first celebrity that you met?
Yeah, well, Uncle Errol, again, his network, it was amazing back in the day, like I said. So I do remember Rusty Lee. who had that amazing
the crazy lady.
Yeah,
I used to love her in like the 80s and 90s. Like,
Yeah.
she was amazing.
She was, and saw her many times on telly, and you know, it seemed like Uncle Errol always had something amazing in that weekend when he picked me up. And one day he says to me, we've worked really hard. I'm gonna go and see one of my friends. Who's your friend? Rusty Lee. The one on TV? Yeah. I know her. I'm like, no. Anyway, we got into this jag of Uncle Eric. He had, over a period of time, I think he had about 7 or 8 jags. They were amazing. So I'm sure he had leopard skin, fluffy cars
with dice.
I think he did, you know. But anyway, yeah. Next thing we know, we're going to Rusty's house, and it was just amazing. The first time I've met her live, and you know, she had so much time for me, and I think even then she saw something in me, you know. And she said, "Errol, he can stay till tomorrow." And you know, when you're a kid, like, please, can I stay, Uncle Errol? You know what I mean? He says, okay, go on then. And I just remember staying there, and she had like a little farm thing going on in the back. And she taught me how to milk a cow. It was amazing, you know. And
so milking a cow at the age of 9?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Amazing. Okay.
And one of Rusty Lee's cows as well.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean? So
you can turn around and say that your claim to fame, your first one, was milking a cow from Rusty Lee's cow.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Okay. And your next claim to fame was that you was on TV, wasn't you, for B&Q?
All right. Yeah. So I've left school, and like I said, in a very short period of time, I've actually landed myself a job with B&Q. So I was there for 12 years. Year number 8, there was a competition to be the face of a 6-month package that B&Q were doing on national TV. So I went to Scotland in the what do you call it? The auditions, 300 people, and they were going to pick 5. And
he got in it.
Yeah, I got in it. So that was a massive thing for me, being a member of staff of a great company.
So how did it make you feel, the fact is that you was picked after, when you was at school and people turned around and said to you, you wouldn't amount to nothing, you couldn't do nothing, you wasn't good enough, then all of a sudden out of 300 people, you got to the last 5 and you got to be in it. How did it actually make you feel personally?
Again, it was to be recognized for what I've got and who I am. I've always had a personality. Yeah. You know what I mean? And, you know, it was like an X Factor kind of competition where there's going to be 300 and then you've got to do some stuff in front of the camera, and then they're going to get rid of another 50. You're going to get rid of another 10. After dinner, they're going to get rid of another 10. And it was just this elimination process, you know what I mean? And every time that we've got to do a performance kind of thing, my confidence was growing, because I just was keeping my eyes on the prize. And my eyes on my prize was being in that top 5, you know what I mean? So I was really pumped up inside that it was probably one of the first times I'm so close to winning a massive competition like this. And I remember there were 6 of us left, and they said, right, one of you are not going to make it. All right, so we're going to reveal who the 5 who will be going forward to have 6 months TV advert coverage. I wanted this so bad. It says, we're going to tell you who the 5 are after dinner.
Nothing like hanging it on a little bit longer for you.
I was like, where's Chris Tarrant? Yeah, you know, when he used to do that in Yeah, I want to be a millionaire. So that was the longest dinner hour I've ever had.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I want this. You know what I mean? I want to put my face to help you increase your business. You know what I mean? So came back after the break. John, Sue, Dave, blah, 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 blah. The one who has to leave right now is Claire. Wow. I made it.
You was like, woo, 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 woo.
I was doing backflips and roly polies and cartwheels.
Did you run?
yeah, I was running around the studio like this. Yeah, so I got in there, and 2 weeks later we went to do the filming for this 6 months of adverts, and it was amazing. You know, my daughter at that time, she was probably about 5, but what B&Q did, they had all the prime times, so I was on probably about 10 times a day. But the biggest time was after Coronation, you know, the break in Coronation Street.
Yeah.
So sitting down at home as a family.
Yeah.
And then the break comes on. I'm on the B&Q advert. My daughter's looking at me. Daughter's looking at telly, looking at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. She's can't quite get why you're there and here at the same time. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's like, you know, any of you, you know, that have ever thought about getting into that kind of industry, it's very much taking action, because if you would have actually took action to go and do that, then you would have actually been in the running for it.
Yeah, exactly.
And people are just so scared to take that first step.
That's right.
You know,
and what I did after that, I signed up for an extras.
Yeah.
A TV extra, and I did loads of little TV stuff. So like you said, it was just putting your foot forward to say, do you know what, this is a starter.
Yeah.
And it just went crazy after that. It was just a massive buzz for me.
Yeah, of course.
I'm in Liverpool.
Yeah.
And walking down the road, I was like, are you the guy of the B&Q advert? I love that kind of attention, you know what I mean? And then, you know, I'll be down south and, you know, just shopping and say, excuse me, are you the guy for the B&Q advert? You can do it when you B&Q it. Yeah, that was the catchphrase. But yeah, loved it.
Good. And then you also met as well. You met Henry Cooper.
Wow.
When you had your limousine, and you drove him around quite a lot, didn't you? And the fact is that you had quite a few conversations, and you went through a lot of things. And he was talking to you about, you know, he's going around different boxing clubs, and he's talking to you about focus and taking action and stuff like that. And you know, when you've got somebody that's in I wouldn't say the higher ranks, but you know, that's up there, that's saying to you, like, you know, you can do this, and you know, all you need is focus, and all you need to do is take action. You know,
and what they were saying as well, you've got it all. You know what I mean? You don't need £350,000 to be great. What you need is your gift within, and from your gift, absolutely, there's all where your funds are.
Yeah,
that's where your riches are. From your gift within, and we've already got it. And we don't have to go down to, you know, a shop and buy the gift. We've all got something already. So I look at it sometimes like, you know, a clear mug with a tea bag in there, milk, and the water. Now, if we just leave that there, you can kind of imagine the kind of color, and you could possibly imagine the taste wouldn't be that great. But if you had another clear mug with the tea bag, the milk, the sugar, and the water in there, and you stir that up, then you got something coming together as a real strong color. Now, taste that. The point I'm actually making, when you stir your gift up, wow, it just comes together and it becomes strong, bulletproof, and hardcore. Stir up your gift.
It's very much like so many people sit on the fence, don't they?
Yeah.
And it's like sitting on the fence gets you nowhere.
True.
Yeah.
Well, Henry Cooper, bless his soul. I was booked when I had my limousine company after B&Q, and his management crew called me, says, yeah, we want to book the car for 6 hours. And when I said, what's the name of the person, Henry Cooper, I said, listen, stop messing about. But yeah, it was Henry Cooper. I'm in the car for about 6 hours going to different places, and he said, you know what, Dave, I love you, mate, because he just wanted me to be the driver and to be real.
Yeah.
He said to me before he came in, he said, listen, I don't want all this. I'm your mate, mate. I'm your mate. And it was just literally a friendship.
Yeah. And it's good when you get someone like that, you know, that's been there and done it and is willing to actually give you the time of day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and it's like how we met, wasn't it? It was very much that, you know, we would speak and I would see you like talking to Maxine Winter when you had your interview with Maxine, and we all got chatting.
Great lady.
And yeah, exactly. And then it come down to the, you know, you wanted to ask me help about something and I helped, and vice versa. And we talked about poems and there was lots of things that we did, and we helped each other out in lots of different ways.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, guys, you know, don't be scared to network. Don't be scared to speak to people, because it doesn't matter who they are, how big they are, how small they are, you know, no matter what color they are, how old they are. It is all very much that they've still got blood running through their veins, you know, and it's all about helping each other out, because if you help each other out, you move forward. And that's exactly what happens. Just on there. Hang on a minute. What we've got down here. Maxine, 40, surely not, must be 35.
Yeah.
Say,
yeah.
35.
I think I'm going to misprint there. Yeah. Of course it is. 30.
You need to put who it is on here as well, because you've got on what you've got, but I don't know who it's actually saying it. So I stir and stir and stir, and I stir my gift, developing my gifts. Absolutely amazing.
Powerful. Love that.
Yeah. I'm back of the joys of being a busy parent. Yes, I know exactly that one. Richard Fraser, last 2 comments. Right, okay, Richard. Hi, Richard. Nice to see you, my darling. He's also does broadcasting as well. He's our autistic champion. Okay. So it's absolutely fabulous. Okay, so we've also got the last person. We actually got 2 more people to talk about. You got Darren Moore, who's a Premiership footballer.
Yeah.
Now you bumped into him. You got on really well. You gelled well. You know, you became friends. And he also became the forward to your new book. Yeah.
He was the forward to the book, and you know, he said some great words. And in his forward, I just can't remember him saying, "This is a man who is very focused. This is a man that's got vision. This is a guy that's going to be going places, UK and around the world." This is a lot what's in his forward, and you know what? A lot of it was from what he said. I sat down with Darren Moore many times. And when he's talking about passion, I thought I was passionate about my passion. But when you sit down with people like Darren Moore, and he talks about the blood, sweat, and tears, and he has to win. He has to win. You know, it's that kind of stuff that just lodges into your gift. So I do thank Darren Moore once again for, you know, showing me about focus, showing me about perseverance and vision. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because once you create a vision of something that's not visible, you know, I think that's kind of winning material. Yeah. You visualizing something that's not there yet. Yeah. And then you got something to go for, and then you turn a couple of corners, and then you start seeing the winning post. It looks a little bit blurry, but you can see something. Oh, I can see my winning post. I really can. It's good. I can't see it crystal clear.
But it's there.
It's there.
It's inside.
It's inside.
Exactly.
And it wasn't there before.
No. And that's the thing. You focused on that, and you've moved forward. And the thing is, when people don't know what their goal is, and they don't know that they haven't got that focus, and they haven't got that end point, they just keep running. And when they run, they just, oh, it will come. But do you know what? It never comes. There is never ever a tomorrow. You know, because tomorrow is a day. Yeah, tomorrow is a today. It's the present. You know, and as you said, you know, you got the buffer and stuff like that. It's like, you know, you've got to get there. You've got to make sure you've got a goal, haven't you? Yeah. And
like you said, this is the present. You know what I mean? And the present is a gift.
Exactly that. Yeah, that's why it's called the present.
That's right.
That's right. See, same wavelength.
Yeah, it's all good.
So now you've been working with Apache Indian.
Apache Indian. Yeah. Wow. Wine your body, wiggle your belly. Yeah, do you know what? He's a great man. I remember Maxine from back in the day.
Yeah.
So I think it was even 1985. He was at a young age, just traveling the world, just blowing up the world.
And just so you know, guys, we did try and get Apache on, but he's traveling at the moment, so we couldn't actually get him on today. But we are going to keep trying.
Yeah, we definitely are. Again, this guy came from Birmingham, just from a normal background. He believed in himself. He tapped into his gift and was just searching for all the doors. And little by little, when you're hungry, you know what I mean, the doors start popping open. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he was being asked to come on this stage, that stage, travel the world. And do you know what? I listened to Apache's story, and that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people on different platforms, not only in the UK, but around the world. And I've got my mindset on doing that. And again, I've sat down with Apache India many times. He's advised me on certain things with my Just Divine Poem service. And he just keeps on saying, you know, keep that focus on, bring out your personality, polish up your personality, and just go for gold, because we don't do silver or bronze. Exactly that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And do you know what? I know it's not on the actual agenda of what we've been talking today about, but when you're talking about celebrities, all kind of celebrities, in my poem arena, the greatest, or one of the greatest people that I've wrote for, which I forgot to mention, was the King of Nigeria. Now that blew my brain. It wasn't until after I wrote a poem, because he came to the UK last year. I was asked to write a poem about the King of Nigeria from the 6 bullet points that I was given. Wrote the poem, and I had the pleasure to write it and read it to him on his final day of his UK tour. That was massive. Matt, I'm talking about the King of Nigeria, and it wasn't until after I was really Googling about. You was like, oh, this guy's great, you know. I know you're great as well, but this guy was great. What about me? You're great as well. Oh, fantastic! Oh, amazing, Max. Amazing Max. Amazing Max. Yeah. But yeah, I wrote for him, and his replies were, "You're an amazing man, and you've got an amazing gift." So that was a magical moment for me last year as well. Amazing. And so, when you did that, I mean, is it something that he asked you for? Is you just give it to him, and he was just like, "Wow"? And you know, how did it work? How did you even get there? Yeah, well, there's a friend of mine who said, "I'm going to give you an opportunity, Marcia," and she said, "Here are the bullet points," and I just turned the bullet points into magic. Yeah. It made me feel great when I was reading it, because I perform my poems as well. Yeah. And it was a feedback for me. It was when he said, "Beautiful." I've actually got the video of it, and right at the end, you just hear him saying, "Beautiful, beautiful, you are my poet." Oh. Wow. Wow, that's strong. That's powerful. Yeah. And I will be following that up. Yeah, definitely. So, and anybody says like you can't do that, hey, King of Nigeria, royalty. Yeah. So we've not got very long left now. So I'm just going to go for the last few things with you. Okay. So Dave, what you got going on the next 12 months for Darling with Just Divine? Okay then. Just Divine. I've got my dreams, and I continue with my dreams. And one of my dreams is to have the opportunity to go to another country, even if it's for like 2 days, a 7-day tour. To your question, what's one of my goals for the next 12 months? I want to be booked or have the opportunity with my own stuff to go abroad. I'd love to go to Africa to see the king and do it on his own patch kind of thing. Yeah. I'd love to go to America. Do you know what I want to do? I just want to go on a platform, whether it's for the youths, whether it's a ladies event, a men's event. I want to go and do, you know, half an hour of inspirational poems at an event, and just you know, inspire and motivate.
Brilliant.
And I have to do that.
Yeah.
And if it's the last thing I do, by hooks or crooks, I will be in a, even if I went to another country and just read one poem, I've done it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's your goal. It's like everybody's got to have goals, like we were talking about just now. You know, and to have that goal to do that, you know that you'll do everything you possibly can to get there.
Of course.
You know, and by doing that, it's like you'll get there, and then you'll set another goal, and then you'll get there.
Yeah.
And that's how you move forward, guys. It's very much is that, you know, just take that first step. That first step is your hardest step. Once you take it, everyone's a winner. You know, everyone moves forward, and you just got to make sure that you take that. And no matter how down and how negative you feel about it, or no matter how much you're stuck and you don't know where to go with it, take that first step, because once you do, there's no stopping you. You just got to keep going. So, Dave, I'm going to ask you one more thing.
Go on then.
I want to listen to a poem.
Wow. Okay.
From his book, his amazing book that he's got hundreds and hundreds of poems in there. I would love to listen to one of your poems. Something that I've never listened to before.
Okay.
Okay. You ready for this, guys? From the poet man himself.
So very soon I'll be letting everybody know where we can get this beautiful book from. There's about 170 different poems in there, all inspirational, and I'd like to share one with you right now.
Let's have it.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this was just something that was on my mind. Just one day I was thinking about eagles and the beauty of an eagle. This is what was just in my mind. Time to fly with the eagles. No more flying with the pigeons. It's time to fly with the eagles. Continuing staying straight and keeping everything legal. Like an eagle, I pray to be a winner. Success I will have for my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. At this point, flying with the pigeons isn't an option. Flying high with the eagles, I can't go wrong. Be focused. Knowing God and wisdom, absolutely everything is complete. Now it authorizes me to fly high with the elite. I'm going to the top. Any means, anyhow. Guess what? I'm ready to fly with the big boys now. With my consistent hard efforts, with my business, categorically, there's no reason why I haven't earned the right to fly at the top end with the eagles in the sky. With a positive attitude and passion, even that's a recipe of success. And I will soon be flying with the eagles up there with the best. My name's Dave Wilkes from Just Divine Poems. Stay blessed.
Woo! Well done, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Amazing poem. And then not only that, it's very relevant to what we've been talking about today. You know, don't think everything you're down there. Know that no matter what people turn around and say to you, no matter if they turn around and say to you, you're no good. You know, get yourself up there and fly with the eagles. And that's exactly that. So what I want to say to you guys is thank you so much. I mean, we had quite a few people on this evening, or this morning, this afternoon, wherever it is around the world. I want to say thanks to Robert Brooker. You got Adam Chilton, he come on. You've also got Richard Fay. We had quite a few comments on there, and also Michelle Pickering. Thank you so much for coming on and enjoying my afternoon. Different schedule. Normally I'm on at 8 o'clock, but because me and Dave are going to the opera this evening.
And that was rehearsed.
No.
Yeah, wow.
It's actually quite funny, that was. Yeah, so because we're going to Marissa's opera this evening and Dave's going to be standing on stage reading some of his poems, I'm going to go there with him because I'm just going to, we just
Support.
Support. That's exactly what it's about.
I appreciate that.
That's right. That's right. And so we're off to London this evening. So this is the reason why you've got an afternoon broadcast from me. I will be on again on Tuesday. I want to say thanks, Dave, for coming on.
No problem.
It's been amazing.
Yes, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And sharing my journey with you and Maxine has been an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
And thank you so much for my poem. It's something that I'll keep forever.
Well, that's what it's all about.
It's a pleasure. It's forever. See, I can be a poet myself.
Why not? Why not?
So thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you all on Tuesday with Content Tuesday, and it will be just me this week, and it'll be at 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time. So other than that, thank you very much. Thanks for joining, and I'll speak to you soon.
Stay blessed.
See ya. Bye.